Here's a vacuum I've had in my collection for a while. It's a Kenmore upright from about 2002. I've had it now for almost 7 years. It was my grandmother's. She bought it around 2002. It does have some sentimental value to me as she is no longer with us. And since I've had it, I haven't really done that much to it because it really hadn't seen very much use while she had it. I did replace the HEPA filter at one point, and it's gone through a couple of belts. The belts never broken; they had just stretched and they need to be replaced. So this is one of my family's main vacuums now, and it's held up pretty well. Now this vacuum doesn't have a name; it just says Kenmore HEPA filter. But this is from the progressive line of Kenmore's, which debuted in They debuted in 1999 as a replacement for the Whisper Tone series, and actually for a little while the Whisper Tone and the Progressive line ran together, and the Progressive was the higher end line, Whisper Tone was the lower end line. When I first got this vacuum, I was using two multi-layer paper bags, but since then I've switched to HEPA bags because they work a whole lot better. So this is a Type O generic HEPA bag. Generic HEPA bag, even though it's generic, it still has pretty good quality. It filters well enough, at least for my expectations. This is a HEPA filter. It's got a little bit of dust on it, but this is mainly carbon dust because this bag really doesn't leak very much out of it. And again, you can see there is a little bit of a gasket here. It does still leak around it because it's not a really good gasket. But for a lower end vacuum, just to have a filter that has a gasket, you can at least appreciate the fact that they tried to make it a somewhat sealed system. It has multiple height adjustments right here. So for this carpet, I would set it to medium. It has that infamous clutch system that Panasonic was quite famous for right here, which basically lifts the belt off the motor shaft so that you can use it to clean your floors. I also like this very easy belt change ability. You pull these two latches away from the vacuum, this hood lifts up, and then you can change the belt. So no screwdriver required, although I've found that sometimes it's easier to pull these clips off by wedging a screwdriver in there to pull them away. This is just a one-speed vacuum. The switch is right up here. Since this is one of the lower end models of Progressive, it doesn't really have that many extra features. Some of the higher end Progressive models would have a dirt sensor up here. Some of the higher end models have the direct drive motor down here, which had its own motor for the brush roller. Some of them on the back had an electrified hose, which was very unique and uncommon to see on an upright vacuum. You can see this is just a standard stretch hose, but it's a very nice stretch hose. Kenmore's from this era always had very good quality hoses and very good quality tools. So you can see there's a upholstery tool and dusting brush, and this, which holds the crevice tool in it, and then this extends. So this is a Panasonic. It says Kenmore, but it's a Panasonic. Panasonic made most of Kenmore's vacuums starting in the early 90s and up until Panasonic's demise in regards to their vacuum division. So this vacuum is no longer made For a while, this vacuum was actually made as a Panasonic. It looked exactly the same as this, except it said Panasonic on it. That one is no longer made either because Panasonic does not make vacuums anymore. But for the time that this vacuum was made, it was a very good vacuum. It has a wooden brush roller on it, which is very aggressive. Right here, very stiff bristles. The Kenmore uprights from this era always had really nice quality rubberized wheels on it that prevented it from scratching your floors. So, like I said, Kenmores from this era were very nice vacuums. They were good quality, and even though they didn't cost a whole lot of money at Sears, you really did get a lot of performance and reliability and quality for what you paid for. The fact that this vacuum's 16 years old now and only costs about $200 new really speaks for itself right there. This is an optional extension hose that I got for it a few years ago. You can see it's huge, and I really like to have that just in case I wanted to use this on a larger flight of stairs or do some more furniture cleaning or floor cleaning. If I chose not to use this vacuum as an upright, if I wanted to use it as a canister, hook up that hose, and then I could go just about anywhere with it. But like I said, it's a nice vacuum, and so far we've been very pleased with it. It's a very basic vacuum, no frills, but it really has everything that a good vacuum needs to make a good cleaning machine. So it sounds like I also have to replace the belt on it, which is probably not too surprising since I haven't replaced it in a while. If I didn't mention it before, this vacuum does have a lot of airflow and tons of suction. These vacuums have very powerful motors in them, so it's a very nice vacuum. In some fashion, I'm sorry that they don't make these anymore, because for what you paid to get one of these, you really did get a lot of performance out of them. So that is the Kenmore upright. I hope you enjoyed the video.